I'm here in Phoenix Rising Stadium in Phoenix, Arizona for our very first away day on the channel. And there's a train behind me. So the match today is against Sacramento, and this is the USL, United Soccer League, so not the MLS. This is the second league of soccer here in the United States. So I'm not really familiar with this league. I'm barely familiar with the MLS. So I just wanted to come here, have a good experience, and learn about both Phoenix Rising as a club and the USL a little bit too. All right, so real quick, let's just talk about the history of Phoenix Rising. Firstly, it started in 2014 under a different name. It was originally called Arizona United SC, but in 2016, it was sold to new owners and they completely rebranded the club, and that's when it became Phoenix Rising. This club is the highest professional soccer franchise in the history of Arizona, but it honestly kind of surprises me that it's only a USL team because Phoenix is actually the 5th largest city in the country. So I'm not really sure why there isn't an MLS team at this point, but hopefully that'll be coming in the future. Maybe it's due to the weather, not sure. And Rising has definitely done really well for itself. It's won all sorts of awards and trophies, the main one being that it actually won the USL Championship in 2023, the same year that the stadium was built. So originally Phoenix Rising was actually playing on a baseball field similar to how the New York Red Bulls do it, but I think part of the new ownership was that they were kind of trying to rebrand the team and get better facilities for it. So they had this stadium built in 2023, and that was the year they won the championship, which is pretty cool. They do also have the Western Conference title for 2023, 2020, and 2018. And then in 2019, they also took the regular season title too. Something else really interesting about Rising is that they actually have the longest winning streak in all of American soccer history, which is 20 consecutive wins. Pretty cool. And lastly, they do also have 2 different independent supporters groups, and those are called Los Bandidos Football Firm and Union 602. I'm very excited to see what the unions look like going into the game, and I would definitely say that Rising needs a victory today because right now they're ranking second to last for the 2025 season. And I know the season is still pretty early, but regardless, it would be really nice to see them win so they can try to kind of climb the ranks a little bit. As of filming this video, they only have 1 win, 2 draws, and 3 losses so far this season, so let's hope for a win this time. And I did also want to note that these games are usually played in the evenings when it's dark out because it's a completely open air stadium. This game, however, is an exception because they're calling it a matinee match because they're doing it midday. And the cool part about it is that this is a very family-oriented event because tomorrow is Easter. So they're doing a huge Easter egg hunt here on the field. They had 2,000 eggs, including I think 12 golden eggs. Golden eggs give you the ability to get some cool stuff like signed jerseys, and the regular eggs are supposed to have things like candy, toys, food vouchers, gift cards, and everything of that nature. So right off the bat, something really cool about the match day experience so far is we're super far away from kickoff, but as soon as we came in, they actually gave away a lot of stuff for free. One of the things me and my whole family were most excited about was getting a free croc charm. They basically just had a full table of them when we walked in. We were able to grab 4 of us for all 4 of us and immediately put it on my boys' Crocs. They absolutely love it. It's really cool actually, just basically a charm of the logo of the club, so super happy about that. We also got like a free towel or rag thing. The biggest thing that came for free with this match was the Easter egg hunt. They said this is actually the largest Easter egg hunt in Arizona, and everything looked really cool and really promising until chaos struck. Okay, so the Easter egg hunt just happened and it was just absolute chaos. We got here super early so that we could get onto the field early to try to get our boys some eggs. They were supposed to have a separate spot for littles of their age, anyone under 6, which I didn't see, so I either missed that or that didn't happen. What was supposed to happen is they were putting us on the field to kind of spread us out evenly, and then the announcer would go over the loudspeaker and tell us when to start. But unfortunately, I think it's just really poor planning on their part because there's nothing that was roped off on the field, and the person who was telling us the instructions was at the very front of the line with no loudspeaker, no megaphone or anything like that. So the people on the front of the line like us were just going off the side of the field, but then everyone behind us just started sprinting. All the kids, parents alike, were just sprinting onto the field and basically got every single egg before we even had a chance to get any. Luckily, there was one really nice mom who gave my boys an egg each. Super nice, thank you, and shout shout out to her. Still a really cool and fun activity, but unfortunately, due to poor planning, it kind of went awry.
I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
Disappointed. Why are there's like 16-year-olds running around too. Like, what are you talking about?
This is really cool. This is actually my first time ever being on an actual game pitch. The grass feels super nice, and it's just a really lovely day in Arizona right now. I'm actually really glad that we came to this game because it's only supposed to be 70 degrees today, and I'm sure that the game's going further into summer when, you know, it's in the hundreds. It's going to be a lot harder than today's match day experience will be. Man, this is crazy. I'm actually about to sit down in the dugout that the players are going to be sitting in. Something that was really cool about this game too is the tickets are just so cheap. I'm used to the SDFC prices, so MLS is naturally going to be more expensive, but I think in San Diego it's even worse. So my season tickets were $65 a match. You can definitely get cheaper tickets than that, but it was a very stark difference to what I paid for this match, which is $15 a ticket. Way cheaper with taxes and fees and everything. My family of 4 was able to get in for $50, and with the amount of free stuff we're getting, the Easter egg hunt, it definitely makes it really worth it. Man, this stadium is really crazy. It's kind of giving me the vibes of like a high school stadium, just with the size, and it's basically just scaffolding and bleachers and seats. I really do like it though. The location is pretty wild because it's actually just in the middle of Phoenix, basically right on the edge of the airport. So we did have to walk a little bit to get here, like 10 minutes, but it was actually not that bad, especially because the parking was free. We just parked at a nearby community college, didn't have to pay anything. I think even if you choose to pay for parking here, it's only like $10, so that's definitely a lot better than SDFC 2, which is $50+. Just to put into perspective how strange I find the location of the stadium, obviously it's right here behind me. And then on the other side is just a big parking lot. There's like a big Phoenix swap meet over there. And then basically right on the other side of that Jumbotron is the Phoenix airport. I'll probably put in an aerial view just so you can see, like, this is like kind of like an oasis of just concrete and desert. There's just this big green field. I thought that was funny. And man, the pre-match experience here is actually really solid. I guess it's probably easier to have so much fun stuff going on when there's just less people here. I'm used to the SDFC crowd, which is averaging like 30,000 people per game, whereas this team averages about 6,000 per game. I think naturally because there's less people, it's probably just easier to have more, you know, fun concessions going on before the game and during the game. For example, they have all sorts of inflatables for kids to play where they can kick a ball and try to hit a bullseye. Giant Connect 4 spots where you sit down and play footy and all sorts of stuff like that. Oh, and actually the coolest one is there's this big cage where kids can go in and play soccer against each other, like a few people at a time, competitively. It looks really cool and like a lot of fun. So I would definitely say that this is a good venue to bring kids to.
Number 8, Noble Ocello. And forward number 9, Ayago. Sacramento Republic FC goal scored by number 9, Juan Sebastian Herrera.
Oh my gosh. Oh! Off the Jumbotron. Sacramento's winning, but had a few high flyers so far. Oh! Here we go. Oh! Oh my gosh! That was so good! Yeah! That was a crazy goal. They literally played the ball the whole way from across the field. Sacramento is definitely outplaying Phoenix right now. Here we go! Shoot! Oh, got in! Ah!
Phoenix rising 1.
And that is the first half done. So I would definitely say that Sacramento is playing a lot better than Phoenix is, at least in the first half. Basically all of the possession was on the Sacramento side, which is the opposite side of the field that I'm on. They definitely were playing better, they were just being more cohesive and doing a lot more possession than Phoenix was. However, Phoenix did have some pretty good opportunities, actually almost right at the beginning of the game. There's a really close call to a penalty kick, but didn't end up getting called. Not sure if it was a foul or not. Sacramento went up 1 first, and then the second goal was actually really good, just kind of really good progressive play all the way down the field. And Phoenix did retaliate with 1 goal back, so we'll see what happens in the second half. But so far, my guess would be that Sacramento takes this game because they've been playing better and they're already in the lead. And like I said earlier, I'm very glad that we came to this game for our away day and not one kind of more into the summer. It's only supposed to be 70 degrees today, but the sun has just been blasting us. We brought sunscreen, but I forgot it in the car. So unfortunately, I think we're all gonna get a little sunburnt. And the viewing experience for midday games just isn't the best, especially, you know, in a stadium like this that's so open. I do like this stadium, just unfortunate how hot it is. Now, luckily there are some clouds today, and there's actually a couple of moments where a cloud would cover the sun and give us some shade for a couple of seconds. The first time that happened, there was just this huge collective sigh of relief from the crowd. Super funny. Everyone's experiencing the same thing. And I'm now realizing that those white towels they gave us earlier were to protect from the sun, because those are definitely good at, you know, reflecting the sun away from us. That's a good one. That's an incredible pass.
comes to a conclusion.
And that is game. Man, I'm actually really surprised because Phoenix ended up bringing it back in the end. So we finished at 2-2. I spent kind of the last few minutes of the last half here in the supporters section. That's something that is nice about this stadium, since it doesn't really fill up. You can pretty much sit wherever you want to from the looks of it. So I did switch from over on that end of the field to this end of the field. And honestly, I think it would have been a lot more fun to sit over here the whole game, just because it's so loud and energetic. They were going the whole game, and I was really impressed by their supporter section. Even from the other end of the field, I could hear them very well the whole time. So shout out to those guys. I mean, it seems like they brought enough energy to bring back at least a draw. They got a point. That's a lot better than no points, so good for them.